Hi guys, just thought I'd do a quick video about my EmulationStation themes and script. This week I reached 1500 themes in total on my script, which was a pretty good round number that I've been striving to get to for the last month or so. Started about 5 or 6 years ago making themes. I started with a track mode. Worked with the GPi team, learned a lot there, met David Marty and a few others, and David Marty and I sort of teamed up on a few things. Anyway, he taught me a few things and got me started on EmulationStation themes, which I really enjoyed and obviously stuck with for the last 5 or 6 years, and produced a few good ones, a few crappy ones, but yeah, anyway, I do it to keep me busy. I like mucking around with Photoshop. I'm not good at coding or anything like that, but I know enough to be able to get those themes done. I can't remember how many years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, I had an idea for a randomizer. I thought, well, it'd be pretty cool if you had all these themes on your build, and each time you turn it on, it just picked one randomly. So it was just for a bit of variety. So I floated that idea with David Marty, and he's a scripting guru, and he created the script for me, so it could house a way to install any of my themes, and also the randomizer, which was the big part of my script. I mean, 1500 themes, a lot of them are very similar. There's only probably a few hundred unique ones. But the whole point for me was the randomizer, and just have all these themes, and you can install because you like the Zelda one, or you like the Mario, or you like the Sonic one, whatever, and you could have your favorite 5, 10, 20, 50 themes on your build, and with the randomizer, every time you boot it up, you get a different one, and just keeps it a bit fresh and interesting. Now, I don't claim to be great at making themes. I'm not better than anyone else. I see so much cool stuff out there. Some people just are amazing, and I really admire some of the stuff that the people do out there. In the early days, I was a little bit protective of my stuff, and all these image makers would take your themes and rebrand them and change them, etc., and put their brand up, which, you know, I'll admit annoyed me in those early years. But now I don't care. Anyone can do anything with my stuff. It's fine. They don't even have to give me a shout out. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's all good. And I guess in some ways it's nice to think that these people did want to use your stuff and take it as a place of starting and altering it for their stuff. So yeah. Anyway, that's all good. Do what you will with my stuff. So I just do it to keep me busy. I don't really care anymore. It's not like I make money out of it or anything, so, you know, just do what you want there. So this video is just to update to say, hey, look, done 1500 themes now. Just going to run through the script menu and just have a quick look at it, how you use it. I'll put some links in the description. There's some other videos that show you how to install the script. I see a lot of builds now have the script on it now, which is nice. If your build already has the script on it, just click the update option, which you'll see in a minute, and that'll bring it through to have the 1500 themes in it as well. Then I'll just run through a quick demo of all the theme series, you know, all the what are we? There's the Chromey ones, and there's the mini suite ones. Yeah, it's heaps. Anyway, it's 1500, but we'll just have a quick look so you can see what they are, because with so much stuff, it's hard to know, well, what things are. And as for what the future holds, I don't know. People have followed me for the last 5 or 6 years, will know that I've retired a few times, but that just happens because I get obsessed and do too much, and then I get burnt out, and I go, right, that's it, I'm not doing it anymore. But the reality is I miss it then after a period of time and want to come back. So I'm not retiring, but I've done 1500 themes. At this point, I don't plan to make any more. What I am thinking of doing is moving on to something else. Batacera looks pretty good. Retrobat's pretty cool as well. I'm tinkering and looking at big box, so there's just so much stuff. No point going to coin ops. Those guys are doing some amazing stuff over there anyway, but who knows. pretty much, if anyone reached out to me, I'd probably jump on board actually, because I'm just looking for something new. So let's just have a look at the theme script, what it's got, and then a quick demo of some of the themes. And I just wanted to say, look, thanks guys for following me and supporting me and all the kind words. And you know, these communities can be a bit challenging sometimes. You get the odd person that wants to say some not so nice things about you, but you know, all I'd say is reach out to me at any time, you know, with my themes. If there's some things missing or some systems missing, which there will be in some of my earlier ones, because 5 or 6 years ago Raspberry Pis were not emulating some of the stuff they are now, so they may not have been there. But don't think you need to mock up your own wheel or whatever. Just shoot me an email or catch me on Messenger, and you know, 9 times out of 10 I'm more than happy just to create it and share it with you. So yeah, thanks guys, and really appreciate the community. It's kept me busy for the last, as I say, 5 or 6 years, but it might be time to move on to something a little bit different. Who knows?
Hi guys, so I just thought I'd do a quick demo of the theme script that David Marty created for me, which I really appreciate. Not an ideal situation. I don't have a Pi set up for some screen capture, so I actually have my GoPro set up in front of my arcade cabinet, which means you'll hear my joysticks clicking, etc. So I apologise for that. So the very first option there is you can update the install script. So if I add more themes, etc., if you just go there and run the update, it will update the script and pull through the latest lists. Then you've got the option to enable the theme randomizer. So whatever themes you have currently installed in EmulationStation, each time you reboot it will randomly pick one if that's enabled. And that's the option to disable that randomizer. And the whole purpose of my script and having 1500 themes is you can install 5, 10, 100, 200, however many you like on your build, but the randomizer is pretty cool. I think if that's what you like, that every time you turn it on you get something different. And then we get into all the different ones that we're going to run through later in this video. So we get the mini suite, cool, spin, just the 16:9 themes, 5:4, which is really for arcade 1-up screens, vertical. There's 3 Chromey ones there. There is a Hursty's picks area, which I've sort of put a couple there that I like, but they're not different themes to what's in the other list. It's just a grouping of ones that I like. We've got some Handheld, Slick series, Hyper series. This Mario one was also 22 themes of just bringing a list together from the other lists, and they're just all themes that include Mario. We've got GPi Case Themes, Comic Themes, Adios, Slanty, and this very last option I've added, basically, I'll launch it, is the same list you'll see on the EmulationStation Themes installer menu. So all the ones from the community. There's so many talented people out there making themes, so I thought, well, we'll just add this to the bottom as well. So it's really a one-stop shop for EmulationStation themes. Otherwise, if I pick any of these options, if I go into, say, the mini suite themes, there's 240 of those. We jump in there, and we just scroll through the list.
Okay, so the suite or mini suite series of themes has 240 in there, and it was probably really the first series that I did when my script was developed. Used the suite wheel art, which used to be sort of full screen. I just shrunk it down and came up with this idea of just putting some characters on either side, etc. So that's the mini suite theme, 240, suited for 16:9, like the majority of my stuff. Won't look that great on an arcade 1-up or a 4x3 or something like that. So really good for the randomizer with 240 different options. So every time you boot up, you could have a big variety of themes each time you boot up. So the Cool theme series has 121 different themes in it. Quite a clean theme. I actually like this one. I had a lot of fun making it. Again, suited to 16 by 9. Won't look good on other themes. The character on the front screen stays there when you go into the video or detailed view. The character doesn't actually move, which is, I think, quite effective. Yeah, pretty clean theme. Again, 121 of these, so using the randomizer, if you want to use a few of these, it's yeah, it should be sort of quite interesting each time you boot up. So I hope you enjoy those. So the Spin theme series has 172 variations. Has the curved wheel art, which is something I don't do a lot of. Yeah, I don't mind it, I just don't tend to use it a lot. A lot of my ideas doesn't really suit that. Probably not as clean as some of the other themes, probably that carbon fibre in the background. If I had my time over, I might have made that a little bit easier to read, especially behind the game selection. But anyway, we all make mistakes, I guess. So yeah, pretty good again for the randomizer with so many different options if this is the style you'd want to put on your build. Okay, so the 16 by 9 theme series is labelled that way because the themes are suited for 16.9 ratio. 1920 by 1080 is normally what I do the backgrounds at. Now these ones are not series as such. All the other ones that are going to show in this video are sort of around, you know, there's 50, 100, 200 themes that are all very similar, just using different characters, and they're really designed to be used in the randomizer, etc. And there's not a lot of individual work in each theme. I'll openly admit that. They sort of just change a few images, but you know, it is to just give people variety. That's why I do it. All these ones usually have a lot more work in them, like the magazines here are a lot of work. The soda cans, wheel art, the card crazy one which you saw right at the start was a lot of work as well. And these themes all get released to the RetroPie menu basically, so I released these two RetroPie. There's a bit of a process to go through there, so anyone in the community can download them. They don't need the Hursty script, they can just use the RetroPie EmulationStation theme menu to download the themes and update them from there. So that's what this list is about. It's really just that list that's available like that. Yeah, and all these themes just start out with a wheel art idea basically. I create all the wheels and then work out a theme that I can do with it. So anyway, 16 by 9 won't look great on anything else other than 16 by 9. They'll be not work as they should. So that's those. So the 5x4 ratio themes are designed for arcade 1-up machines. So when they started to become popular, it was quickly realised that the 16 by 9 themes didn't really work that great on those screens. So their ratio is 5x4, not 4x3, which lots of people think they are. The resolution is 1280 by 1024. I've seen a lot of 16 by 9 themes used on the arcade 1-ups, and some of them look okay, but quite often what happens is the background image gets squashed down and it looks all sort of distorted, and also the spacing between the wheel art doesn't really work that well, and you see a lot of overlapping, etc. Anyway, I've made 13 of those, so have a look through them, and yeah, best suited on the arcade 1-up. So the vertical themes, I've only made 2. The one on the screen is probably the pick of them. It covers all the consoles and collections, etc. And it is just a 16 by 9 ratio, but up and down, so 9 by 16 really won't look good on any other screen size, to be honest. The other theme was my first one I made, which was purely just targeted at arcade games only. So there's no consoles in this one. So if you've got an arcade only build, use this one in your vertical. But if you've got all the consoles, then yeah, use the other one. So the Chromey Blue series has 133 themes, again 16.9 ratio, based on the Hey Chromey theme, which was seemed to be pretty popular. So got 3 sort of chrome circles at the top there, representing a character with a different one in each of the 133 versions, and with a sort of a blue background, hence the Chromey Blue name. So 133, And there's another 2 sets of these. There's a green and a neon Chromey as well, so there's probably close to 400 or 500 themes of these, so they'd probably be good in the randomizer too. The Chromey Green series, exact same as the Chromey Blue, that there's 133 different versions, similar characters but more of a green theme, hence the name. Again 16.9. The font is different to the blue, so the font is different here, and obviously the highlighted font is green, not blue, so that's sort of the main variation than the Chromey Blue. Yeah, again, so because there's so many in these Chromey series, it would work really well in the randomizer. The Chromey Neon series is probably my favourite of the 3 neon series, slightly different to the green and the blue, with the highlighted font and the background being different. There's 134 of these in this series, so all 3 Chromeys combined, there's around that 400 mark, so pretty good in the randomizer as well. You can see the highlighted font is purple in this one, and also the font used is different to the other 2 Chromey series as well. So the handheld section has 11 themes made specifically for this screen size, which is a 3x2, 480 by 320 pixels. It's called handheld, but it's really designed for game hat. I had one of these on a Raspberry Pi 3. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, it was just a little bit awkward to hold. Again, being a handheld, it's like the GPi Case. It's a little bit tricky because you can only have limited things on the screen at once. So yeah, try those out, and again, these ones will look best on the game hat. They won't look good on a big screen, and also just like the big screen 16x9 themes won't look great on the game hat. The Slick Theme series is a smallish one. There's 30 themes, 30 variations, all looking pretty much the same. It's just this series is just that background. You see the blue, the stripes there. There's just 30 different variations really of that, and the colour scheme a little bit. Again, suited 16x9, would look a little bit squashed and distorted on anything else. So yeah, give those a try if you like them, and on to the next one. The Hyper Theme series has 177 variations, has the curved wheel art, just with the character sitting behind the curved wheel, and we have the sort of image there changing per selection on the main menu, which is something I don't do on all my themes, only some of them. That's usually around the Raspberry Pi's performance of handling that. You need to be a bit careful with file size. So a lot of those, pretty good for the randomizer again, so yeah, give them a try. So the GPi Case is a 4:3 ratio, 320 pixels by 240, and the GPi Case is running off the Raspberry Pi Zero. Basically looks like a Nintendo Game Boy. I had one of these for a period of time, which I quite enjoyed, but for some reason I didn't keep it, which I regret. So the screen is quite small, so there needs to be some considerations obviously with the layout and the menus, etc. I made 37 of these ones. So yeah, take a look at those, and hopefully if you've got a GPi Case, that some of these themes suit them. Again, 16:9 or some of those other screen ratios just won't look that great on the GPi, plus everything will be a little bit small as well, whereas these are sort of been designed to sort of have the text and screen layout to suit such a small screen. Anyway, hope you enjoy them. Okay, the Comic Theme series is only a small one. It only has 11 themes. Again, 16:9, like most of my stuff. Went for a comic look. I was just exploring a few ideas, so I did 11 of those and threw them on the script. Wasn't a big series. I like it, didn't love it, so obviously I only did 11. I didn't sort of pursue doing more, but yeah, hopefully some guys out there, you might enjoy it. The Adios Theme series has 99 different versions, all with a different character on the right hand side and also a different coloured background. using the downward, I call them the down wheel art with the slight pointing down. Haven't used them in too many themes. The video and detailed views are pretty clean. This is the most recent series that I've done at the time of recording this video, and it's called Adios. On the thought, well, if I don't end up making any more themes, this would be me saying adios. So that was the reason behind that name of the series. But with 1500 themes, it's hard to come up with new names anyway. So these are really good. I like how it's got the CRT image in the center that's changing for all the different options. So again, pretty good for the randomizer and best suited for 16:9 ratio. The Slanty series has 77 different character versions. It's a pretty clean sort of theme. There's no pictures of consoles, etc. in this. It's all just based on character. Obviously the name is Slanty, and you can probably see why, because the wheels are on a slight slant. It's a pretty clean sort of layout when you get into the video views and the detail views, etc. 77 of these to choose from, all pretty similar except for just this main character on the left hand side.